welcome back to Organized-ish. My name is Lela, and if you follow me on social media or if you keep up with my blog, you know that I talk a lot about routines. And since today is Sunday, I want to take you along my entire Sunday routine. A Sunday routine is a great way to get started for the week and feel like you're in control and you actually know what's going on. There are so many times when Monday morning hits and we feel lost and confused and overwhelmed, and this Sunday routine helps you kind of get everything together before the week starts so you can jump into Monday knowing exactly what you need to do and not having to deal with all the little things that tend to pile up. So today I'm just going to set up the camera, let it follow me around the house, and I'm just going to show you exactly what I do for my own personal Sunday routine, as well as throwing in some tips for how to put together your own. The first stop is the bathroom, and this is where I always begin my Sunday routine. The very first thing that I do in my Sunday routine is restock the things that I use daily. For us, that is toilet paper and towels in the bathrooms, refilling spray bottles of cleaners, and restocking the bag that I use when we take Winston for walks. There always seems to be some fur left on the brush in the bag or a piece of trash that I picked up from the neighborhood while I was walking. I empty out this bag once a week just to make sure that it's stocked with everything we need, refill the first aid kit, wash his water bowl, and restock the waste bags. By taking a little bit of time on Sunday to restock the things that you use every single day, you don't have to worry about halfway through the week realizing that you are out of something or almost out and you're having to make an unplanned trip to the store. And you also just have that peace of mind of knowing that everything is put together and ready for you to make it through the week. And in the end, it saves you so much time. Next up in my Sunday routine is to disinfect the things that we touch every day. A lot of times we forget about cleaning things like the TV remotes. So adding something like this into your Sunday routine helps you get into the habit, which is especially helpful during cold and flu season. I typically like to go through the house on Sundays and just disinfect all of the TV remotes and the buttons on the TV, and things like our laptop and keyboard and mice and everything that we touch often electronic-wise. I don't usually do the light switches on Sundays because we have a weekly cleaning schedule, and when we clean each room, we always clean the light switches as part of that cleaning process. The next phase of my Sunday routine is decluttering areas that pile up frequently. For me, this is my purse and my wallet and our mail station. By taking just a few minutes to remove any mail that's in your bag or receipts or trash or things that don't have to be in there, like these cough drops that I'm no longer using, that frees up some space for things you actually need, but it also keeps it from becoming a huge hot mess that's going to take you a really long time to clean out, and you're likely going to keep on procrastinating. This is especially true for a mail station because if you don't stay on top of your mail and paper clutter, it just keeps on piling, right? We've all been there where we had a huge stack to go through and we didn't want to deal with it, so we just kept letting it sit, and then all of a sudden a bill was late or you forgot an event. I like to use these baskets as our mail station because I can keep all of the small supplies in the top basket, and then in the bottom one, I just use regular file folders, and each one of these folders holds things like bills and reminders, things that I need to file, which is what I do every Sunday. I file everything in that folder. And then we also have a folder for each family member. So by going through these once a week, I'm able to stay on top of it and not forget anything, but at the same time, they're still tidy and neat throughout the rest of the week. And the final thing that we declutter on Sundays are the small trash cans that we keep in our bedroom and office and craft room and even the one in the car. I follow a weekly cleaning schedule, and so I typically leave the small trash cans in the bathroom to be emptied out on Monday because that's the day that we clean the bathrooms. The next thing I do is a really quick check of backstock. I keep a running grocery list in my pantry, and I'm actually out of those, and so I'm printing out some more of those papers now so I can refill those. I make my full grocery lists on Thursdays, but on Sunday, I just like to do a quick run through of the house in the pantry and where we keep our cleaning supplies and our backstock area in the garage, just to make sure that we have all of the essentials, and if we're running low, I go ahead and put them on the list now so I don't forget about them when I'm trying to plan out meals. A lot of people ask me if it's okay to keep back stock or if it's more of a clutter than it is useful. And honestly, it depends on your family size and how far you live away from a big store and whether you bulk shop or not. Keeping back stock or just shopping when you need things is such a personal decision, and no professional organizer can tell you that one method is better because it really is something that you have to experiment with and see what works best for you and your family. And when I was refilling the clipboard, I was reminded that I need to replace the command hook that holds the clipboard on the wall. There was one here a year ago when we painted, but I never put it back. I'll let the adhesive cure overnight, and then I'll put the clipboard on the wall tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, the last thing I do in my Sunday routine is I plan out my week and clarify priorities. It is so easy to get overwhelmed with a huge to-do list, and that ends up setting you back throughout the week because you feel like you have way more to do than you actually have time for. So by setting out some time on Sundays to clarify your priorities and see what the most important things are, you're able to stay more focused throughout the entire week, and you don't get distracted by all of the little to-dos that can be done later on. It's also a great time to look over your main calendar just to make sure that there aren't any birthdays you may have forgotten about or events or appointments. Just taking some time to see everything for the whole week at a glance is going to make you feel so much more in control when half of the week has gone by, because you haven't wasted time on the things that don't matter and saved the important things to scramble at the end of the week. Overall, my entire Sunday routine takes me about an hour, give or take, depending on the week. So it's not like it takes up a ton of time. I have just kind of gotten into the rhythm of it, and I can just fly through all of these tasks. I know what I need to do. I know where everything is, so I can restock and tidy up and organize everything all at once. If you're inspired to start your own Sunday routine, I'll put a link down below of 50 ideas that you can use to start your Sunday routine and tweak it and find some things that are going to work best for you. When you're putting together your own Sunday routine, there's 5 main priorities that you should add in. The first one is restocking something that you use very frequently. Second is disinfecting something that you touch very frequently. Third is to declutter something that piles up easily. Fourth is to do some kind of safety or maintenance check. And fifth is to plan your week and clarify all of your priorities. Let me know down in the comments if you already have a Sunday routine, and if you do, I would love to know what you do. And if you don't have one yet, let me know which ones you're gonna try so you can start off your week a little more organized-ish. For more home and life organization, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video so you don't miss any of my upcoming tips and tutorials.